bro. This is the easiest thing you ever seen in your entire life. We measured between 50 and 75% and more savings yesterday on this.
That's what you measured your 400% savings?
Yeah, just with this.
Excuse me, Guan. Can Guan and Personal mute their mics? There's a sound in the background.
Man.
Personal.
We all thought of this. It's about time somebody did it, I'll tell you that. I should have done it the first time I thought about it a few months ago.
Juan is still...
I think it's personal.
You can mute him.
It's okay. I'm muting him.
Oh, can I mute him? I can mute him.
Perfect.
Hey guys, I got everything on my side to do everything. It's weird. I got record, got share screen, got everything.
Oh.
Well, good. How would you like to host today? Because you know what? I paid for Pro, and I'm getting 40-minute little showings here, and I don't have time to go through it. And it's funny that you are showing up with all of the controls.
That's right. Limited.
Well, yes. Well, we'll proceed as like this. I'll help you out. And worst case scenario, I got some power. I could give it to anybody I want. So if I need a break, I'll just give it to Dylan, and Dylan will host it. So we could mix it. We could all work together. If I can't do it, I'll open it. I'll send it to Dylan. Dylan will host it. I'll record it from here.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Eventually, I'm sure that we will get this up on the Infinity Project page as well.
Yeah, well, the videos, you could do anything you want with it. I'll post it on mine. You post it on yours, and we'll have fun.
Of course.
All right. What we're doing now is, we just took a 10-minute, 15-minute break. Okay. I'm going to. I gotta see my screen here. All right. We've made this, looks like a little scarecrow guy. All right. You have one hydrogen atom, okay, right there where my fingertip is, okay. Then you have another hydrogen atom that we've created on the other side. And we have an oxygen atom, okay, which is in the center.
Oh, that's cool.
So we have H2O.
You just have to dip it in this, bro.
Okay, well, it's already dipped. You missed the first part of it. This is the activated charcoal and water.
Oh, okay. The same thing.
Yeah, same exact thing, but I dipped the whole roll. Okay?
Yeah.
That way I know that this wire is nano-coated and it has a little bit of time to dry and set and do all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Okay? Remember, it always takes two to tango, so you have to make a second one. Okay? I'm going to make a second one right here in front of you guys. All right? And while I'm making it, I'm going to try and show it to the video as, easy as possible. Okay? I personally would like it if you guys could narrate in your own terminology, in your own language, okay, what I'm doing here. And I'll explain it, and then somebody else can kind of explain a different perspective, okay? That's the way this is working, because the more perspectives that we have doing the same thing, following the same path, all right, the more people that we will be able to reach, okay? You have to think that for every single person that you're able to teach this information to, okay, you're actually reaching about 1 million people in their perspective, okay? For each person that you spend a little extra time helping. And I believe that's kind of what sets me apart from some people out there, okay, is that I will take the personal time to sit down and talk with you and try to help you understand as best as I can, okay? Now, single wires, okay? source end, the wire that we just cut from the spool. Okay, you want to bend it over so that it's bent on itself. Okay, hold this end in your left hand. Okay, use your pointer finger as the tip. Put your right finger on the other tip. Okay, remember what I said, right over left. Okay, right over left creates a gravitational or an attracting energy field. Okay, that's how you would
Can I ask you something?
set it. Go ahead.
The one that you, which is the positive, the one you turned into itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the source end. Or, did you cut the negative off, right?
It's the
Or
source
did you
end.
cut the positive?
Okay. Can you see this plug?
Yeah.
All right. This is an American Standard plug. Okay. I just cut the end off of it, and this is what I use to splice into my IQ unit. Okay. Now, when the source from the American, wires, I'm going to try and do this, is if you're trying to plug this into the wall this way, on the right-hand side, that plug is your positive wire, It should be the black wire in the American systems, That's what you need to splice for your unit into. But this is your source wire. The energy is coming in this direction through the plug, through the wire, and continuing on in through your infinity device, That's what makes this the source end, So the rounded part of this end, if you're going to plug this into your unit, the round end, it would go to that wire, that right wire. That's why it's called the source wire, because the same energy that's going in to power your devices, it's also traveling the same direction, And that's why you have to identify the source end as your positive end, And then when you continue on, all right, this would be your positive end, and this would be your negative end, because there's the end of the wire.
So you're right. Right. So the end you cut off is the negative. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And before you cut it off, you turn the end into itself.
Yes. No, not before I cut it off.
So originally, oh.
Okay. When I identify it, I pull it off the spool. Okay.
Okay. Huh?
You see, the end is not bent over.
Right.
Okay. So that's my negative end right there.
Okay.
Okay. I
That's
pull
what
it
I wanted
off
to confirm.
here, and when I cut it here, I take this wire and then I bend it over. Okay.
Perfect.
And that's where we get the bent end.
Perfect. So in the right direction. Perfect.
Okay. And all this is doing is setting up the flow for your electrical devices.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Because if you attach it the other way and put the just a single end wire, they're not bent, it doesn't work because the plasma is flowing backwards compared to
Exactly.
electricity.
That's what I was trying to make. That's what I was trying to confirm.
Yes. Plasma works opposite. Light works opposite of what electricity does. It behaves the same as water. And but it has no weight. So it billows like food coloring drops, a single food coloring drop in clear water. That's the way plasma moves. And if you can visualize that, that's the way you're trying to get it to move. And if you were to zoom in on this wire, and you see how thick it is, right? Think of that like a little garden hose, right? Because once you nano coat it, it's got an eggshell around it that protects it. The copper becomes the skeleton. The nano coating becomes the skin. The energy that's absorbed into the nano coating and into where the copper wire holds the space, okay? Because it's not affected by matter, you have to think of this copper wire like a hollow tube now, once it's nano coated, okay? And you're filling up that hollow tube with this plasma-like or this water-like substance that has no weight, okay? And when it fills up, okay, it won't usually take very long.
Mike, can I give you just one advice?
Yes.
You said okay about 5 times in about 25 seconds.
It's a nervous twitch, I guess.
Yeah.
I will pay attention to that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry for bothering you.
That's fine. Whoever is, if they decide to transcribe this, please leave out the okays.
Yes, please. That's how you go.
So think about the end of this copper wire like a laser beam or a flashlight, okay? The pointed end, right? If you don't give it a purpose, okay, it's going to just kind of billow out, okay? There's no purpose to this energy, this plasma. You haven't created it yet. That's why we bend the wires over like this, because the energy starts in the center and it moves in both directions when it's in infinity, okay? Because it's still 2 interactions, one this way and one this way, okay? They're opposing. One is going down and one is going up. So that creates the friction or the energy in the middle, okay? Is the opposing forces. You can't feel these, okay, except for when, you know, you're compounding them, all right? And it's the compounded field interactions that create matter. Okay, there are 42 field interactions, I believe, in the flower of life. Okay, 42 spheres that create the actual flower of life. So that's 42 field interactions. Whatever the element of number 42 is, that's what 43, okay, would be the encompassing energy around a flower of life. Now you create what you want in that flower of life by selecting for each sphere, okay? Remember, this is one sphere, okay? This water molecule thing that we have made, okay, is a sphere.
Okay.
One's field interaction. Because you've combined it all together, it's now in infinity, because this will be tied together, okay? It now becomes one water molecule. Despite the hydrogen and the oxygen that's inside those field interactions, the overall is now creating the energy of water. That's the encompassing energy field. Now, remember when we started at the very beginning and I said left or right over left? Okay, we created the gravitational energy field. So now we are going to attract hydrogen and oxygen at the same time because these are connected. And it should, if my theory is correct, it should, with another one of these, okay, 2 of them, you should be able to put a little rod down the center that will collect water and it will drip forever.
That's cool. Very beautiful design. That's very beautiful.
Okay, and it's a full drip 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for eternity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So this is the visions. These are the visions and the pictures that I'm getting in my brain, guys, that I've been trying to get out to the world. And I need your guys' help to recreate these, do all sorts of experiments with them. Okay, tell me what you guys make out of it. Document them.
Guys is ahead.
Okay, do you see how simple it was to make this? You can make any element you want.
It's the opposite of the little hangman. And he's walking on balls. I like the idea.
He got
Stefan,
it.
Stefan,
It looks like a
Stefan,
scarecrow.
It's very
Stefan,
nice. He's
Right?
very, it's
If
very,
you
Stefan,
put, if you
is the
made,
arm.
if you made one loop here, or if you made one that had 79 circles in it, okay, and you
Mhm.
made two of them, you would be able to attract the elements of gold in the center.
Wouldn't coils do the same thing?
This is a coil,
That's what I mean.
okay, but it's arranged differently.
Yes, it
Each one
is.
of these circles creates a neutron condition.
Okay, because of the way it's crossed.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, the magic
Right.
happens in the middle. Okay,
Okay.
in
Yeah.
between where the eights cross.
Great.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, it creates a little tiny static spark that you can't feel. And when it's nano coated and you touch it with your skin, that little nano spark is connecting with your soul.
Cool.
It's absorbing, it's connecting it. So your energy, your intent is automatically being
Yeah, the
saved.
circle. Yes, yes.
All right, automatically.
Yes.
So this is just how to create water or pull water from the atmosphere.
Nice. I like
Okay.
that. I'll try that. Well, if I can make it, but I'll try to look at the video. I'll try to make it.
It doesn't
Cool.
have to be that big. I just made it this big because so you guys can see it on the video.
Of course, of course.
Size doesn't matter in plasma, just the shape of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we're building is the shape of light, the structure of light.
Right, right.
Okay?
So,
You have to picture a neutrino. Okay,
Mhm.
two of them crossed inside of a soap bubble.
Mhm.
Okay, but you can't see it, and that's what holds a soap bubble out, and it pushes out against the Earth's atmosphere. It's stronger than most things on our planet. A bubble is a soap bubble,
Mhm.
because you got to figure that you're blowing the breath of life, okay, into your bubble, right? It fills up, it's expanded, and it's pushing away. It's pushing the Earth's atmosphere out so that the air can hold its space. You've created a secluded little plasma entity using your breath of life. That's why it floats and goes away instead of being hot or heavy and automatically sink it like a brick.
In other terms, the circle itself creates an environment, and pretty much the whole universe is based like that. So as soon as you have a circle, then it will rotate infinitely. So
Yes, everything can be recreated, okay, using infinity. Anything and everything.
would it
This-
work the same way directly with coils, or they really need to cross like you're doing? It wouldn't.
Well, if you're doing coils, okay, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Each time you make a coil, all right, wherever a wire is right next to each other on that coil, there's a gap.
Yes.
Okay. Your gap is inefficient.
Right.
All right. It's air. It's like a miniature Tesla coil where Tesla's sitting right in the middle of it and the sparks are flying.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
But
It's
Remember
not
I
something.
said that, Stefan?
When the field grows to be able to cover that space, it's stronger.
Yeah, but you don't want the Tesla coil, the sparks, the
No.
lightning. You want pure energy. Okay? So what we're doing when we twist it is that we're creating a pure path of energy.
Yeah. Okay, I understand what you mean. I understand. Yes.
So there is no air gaps.
It's not
Okay.
really gravitational, magnetical, It's pretty much both. Clean.
Yeah, it's both at the same time, and it creates the balance that is needed. In
Okay.
order for matter to appear in this universe, it has to be balanced. Okay? It has to be balanced.
Yes, it has.
Otherwise, it doesn't exist.
They have to
If
unite.
it's
They have to unite, right?
well, it's got to be balanced, meaning it's got to have a balance of positive and negative, give and take, push and pull. Okay, and that's why we do the double helix. Okay,
Yes.
that's the double helix here because it's like a muscle. It's pushing and pulling at the exact same time, and it moves at 1 trillion times per second.
Exactly.
So if
yes.
you were to take a picture of an electron, a single electron that was going to follow this path of this copper wire, it would look identical to this copper wire.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. It's like a picture because it's moving so fast.
That's correct. Because it's moving so fast for our eyes that it would literally look like this copper wire.
Yes.
So where do you want that electron to go? Where do you want it to travel? What do you want it to do?
Yeah, I understand. You're using one side of the it's one wire, so you're creating both with that one wire.
Yes. This particular one is 3 wires, but when you tie it together, because you have to do the positive, if you use all of this as one wire, it will be connected in series instead of parallel.
Okay.
Okay? But you will learn that you can twist these, okay, with all one wire. You can twist them in the opposite direction to get the effect that you desire, still using one wire. All right?
Can Dennis H please mute your mic? Dennis H, please mute your mic.
So now when we create the second one here, right, you're going to create the flow, positive to negative, okay? Positive to negative. Put your capacitors on the end and we'll go down.
Dennis H, please mute your mic. Dennis. Can the admin mute Dennis?
Got it.
Okay, good.
Got it. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Let you continue, and I'll have some amazing questions for you after.
Yeah, I have some questions too because
it's gonna make our two products unite in one.
Combine, exactly, Stefan. That's where we're going.
That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to create a common language.
Right, exactly. You remember early on, Mike, you mentioned about the source energy, right? Like the capacitor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Stefan got something for you, man.
I'm looking forward to it. Okay?
Right. So we're building up there. Yeah.
My Isabel, okay, is working fantastic. She's only been plugged in for a few hours, and she's putting out 184 watts at this time.
Wow. Oh, nice.
When I originally plugged it in, it said 215 to 210, and I could not detach my iPad fast enough to get a picture of the voltage before it dropped all the way down to the 185, 160, somewhere in there. And it was all within a matter of like 3 minutes, guys.
Yeah, it's instantaneous pretty much.
Yeah, I was nervous about plugging it in.
Bravo, did it.
Because to me, I can't see the nano coating. So I had to swallow my my own fear, I guess, or deal with it, are you sure that this is nano coated? And so I spent 2 days thinking of the repercussions of my actions here. You know, if I plug this in and it screws up, I can burn my house down. Okay. If I plug this in and it works right, I'm going to be probably one of the most famous people in America. Okay. And that means I got no privacy. So, you know, I don't, want to be like the famous person here. I just want to get this information out. And if that means that I got to be a role model and show this stuff and work it, I don't care. Let's do this because I'm ready for some change.
Make people become their role model too, their potential role model.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody, I jump on people because they call me a master of energy. I don't like the term master because of the connotation that is associated with it, with slavery and the negative terminology. So there's a lot of things that you might hear me say through my discussions that sound religious, like follow the path of the light. No, what I'm saying is follow the damn copper wire, guys. All right, because that's your
Yes,
that's your
Laurie.
path. Okay, that's your
Yes,
path
Laurie.
of the electron that you want to make. And so
Right,
when you
exactly.
figure that stuff out, you start looking at things differently. Okay?
Right.
And you start creating bigger things that are more powerful and more combined. Okay, and now that you've learned how to make capacitors and do all of this, this is the central part of a star. This is the actual central core of a star right here.
How many interactions did you enclose there?
Oh, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is a 5-pointed star, or also known as a double-ringed pentagram.
So you turned it and twisted it about 10 times to get the 5 interactions.
Yeah, I bent it over itself back
10
and
times,
forth.
yeah.
Okay, and I only did it 5 times. Okay, because each one you start counting the field interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I bent them over and I pinched the ends together, put it in the drill, and spun it. Okay, and that's how you get the nice twist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I nano coated it, and it's shiny because of the KOH,
Right.
and also because it's an infinity.
Right.
You're not actually looking at the reflection off the black. If you can see it, okay. I don't even know if you can. You're not looking at the reflection off the black.
Dark. It's a little dark. Your room doesn't have much light. If you bring it down on your desk, well,
okay, you see the reacts.
Almost seen it, but it's kind of dark. You know, the room is dark.
All right, but I can see it on my screen right now, and I'll describe it. The little white lines that you see is the reflection.
Right, of course. Yes.
You're not reflecting off of the black. The black is absorbing everything. What you are reflecting off of is the plasma that is on the surface of this wire.
Right.
Okay? The black nano coating will always absorb. So the shiny part that you see is the actual light reflecting off of the plasma of your infinity device.
Right. And that's your antenna, that's your health pen, that's your
everything.
Yep.
Then when you learn field interactions, you'll learn how to make things like this.
That's beautiful. That's nice. Okay? What does it do?
This is a 6-pointed double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 interactions here that make 8 different star tetrahedrons in 3D.
It's a dream catcher.
Yeah, it looks like it, but what would it do? Like if I put it in the device, let's say any device, the bottom of my ball right here.
Mike,
we have about 2 minutes remaining. Are we going to continue?
Yeah, we're going to continue for one more.
Okay.
I got to go in and I want to make this other set here and go into a plasma capacitor.
Okay, we got the capacitor to tell you about too. So on the next meeting.
Well, I'll show you how I make mine.
Okay, sure.
And then we can upgrade and update as a team and go from there.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. Because we're all about that base, right?
Perfect. Yes, of course. In an orderly manner.
Now, I'm going to show you guys how I make these capacitors. Okay. The idea actually just came to me the other day when I was sitting there. I was watching some videos or something. Anyways, I got a vision of the very least my Trinity wire. Okay, and I'm going to show it. The very least, the Trinity wire inside the clear tubing.
Somebody said make an end for the video. It's about to finish.
Okay, in the clear tubing, and you put the Trinity wire after it's been nano coated in the tubing, fill it full of GANs. Okay, seal it with hot glue, and in the Trinity wire you'll have 2 ends off. Okay,